0212-617140 or send us a message on 0971 555 885. Press review from 13:30 to 14 hours. What have you heard in the press today?
Your press review on Sun FM radio and TV, and well, this one goes on for the next 30 minutes. What we desire the most is to hear what you've heard in the press today. Now, you'll be calling us on 0955-855-953, and you'll be sending us a text messages on 076-9122-851, and well, you will be telling us where you heard or where you read or what you saw in the press via those numbers. My name is Victor Mwanza.
My name is Lukunsha Sakala.
Well, Lukunsha, let's go straight into our first story.
All right, Patriotic Front acting president Kevin Lovinda says a former Kawambwa member of parliament Nixon Chilangwa should have been present at his father's burial, but those with authority did not permit him. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Yamkwa Mavombeni tulelanda na manani. Kutuma konkanya po. Hello.
Thank you very much.
Exactly.
I'll call on the network providers. Please do us justice by organizing this, man. It's not okay. It's killing our platform. 0955-855-953. Zambia Must Prosper leader Kelvin Fuvebwalia says it's almost impossible to sideline a sitting president at the funeral of his predecessor. And Mr. Bwalia says that he was expecting President Hakainde Hichilema to apologize for how he treated former President Edgar Lungu when he addressed the nation on Thursday. Good afternoon. We lost you. You can call us back on 0955-855-953. Coco Stories.
All right, we continue with more stories. The Lusaka High Court has heard that the late Independent Broadcasting Authority IBA Director General Guntula Mulaya called for help at Mika Convention Center near the gate.
0955-855-953. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, thank you. Who do we have on the line and where are you calling us from?
This is the Chari Chirolo, formerly known as the voice of Chiro from Chingola.
Kindly go ahead, please.
Yes, President Nalakwamuna Papa National for Christ FM Kunoku Chingola. Contraction Ruinda. Marando Gurati, Navapifu Navabuela. Bakesa Compagnapo, which Chama project Java Storage, European administration, especially the National House of Prayer. But been Buffalo with no Guevati, who take away UPND under the leadership of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. But the no Guevati, a project you say, I shall lead the Pataka Concania. And like a project you have assigned, Sugar University, Kuala Province, Tab on Berwepo. And it's about me that we would have to take what after a time. Womerapama project Yaragueva, that are fortunate because that's a particular national of prayer. Kainga the value through stories.
We do have some messages. Hi, Sun FM and TV. My PR is from the Daily Nation newspaper that the UPND opposition MPs unite against Bill 7, with the lawmakers calling the government to withdraw the amendment and restart the process. For the first time, MPs from across the ruling party and opposition have united in opposing the government proposed amendment Bill 7. This was specifically meant to orient lawmakers about the content of the bill, which has widely been rejected by the church, CSOs, and other interest groups. Thank you. I'm Edridge Chisenga Bukali from Dola Pamoze. My PR comes from Radio Chimwemwe, where Honorable Nixon Chilangwa was denied chance to attend the burial of his father. May his soul rest in peace. Chungulinos from Pongwe Town.
And in some more stories, Luapula Province Minister Nason Musonda has raised concern over several inconsistencies in the proposed Constitution Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025, particularly around public submission, proportional representation, and the planned increase in parliamentary constituencies. 0955-855-953.
Hello, good afternoon. All right, Mr. Chomba, go ahead.
Former president.
Thank you very much for coming through. 0955-855-953, 076-9122-851 for your text messages. You can call us and give us what you've heard in the press.
Hello, good afternoon.
What is Zambia? What nation? Varusaka Victor Coco Master Zabandi Mangala Bandi Ukapiri.
Bueno, Moaso Zabwanj. Thank you very much. I'm back now.
Thank you very much. I'm a candidate to the Kufa. Nothing to president to Apple Patania FM. Price. One of the Kinda. And the Kavata, a Paria of the Pasoka Paria, successor of Kafaya, Dario Yapaka Muchishi, Jimuchi Mukwa, like a Patura. I am quite able to the photo to the fire, quite sorry to I am moving in the to my to one of our president. So, to the fire of Casaro and the Wabacom Vitin, you know, them come from one Victoria. You have everyone share from a president, you could have one Banzi, letting you get the Akuana and Wafana, but to Sarangana. So, to let me know, I'm going to that.
Mr. Makozic Kote has announced the formalization of strategic partnership between Zambia and FAME, Acura Logistics, and international investor Baker Global Capital Africa to deploy 50 megawatts of solar power across 209 public institutions in Eastern Province. 0955-855-953. You look shocked. What's going on? Are you okay? Okay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Dennis calling from Dolan.
Please go ahead.
In mine, you have been on Punwa and Asoku Phoenix. You are around the party at the former president in Gawaka, politics, Shani, my benefits, I saw it. But the same people are being on Punwa, that needs to be masses on the ground because President is tapping up the food. Those are MPs about the Pangala phone. How do they expect the followers there? But like question respect constitution. Then they have to apologize. I like to apologize. When the late president was here, so most my thing to our try to educate the about the potential of more politicians. Then what are them to do? Also.
Thank you very much for coming through stories.
All right, we continue as we look at more stories. Luapula Province Minister Nason Musonda has raised concerns over several, including around public submissions, proportional representation, and the planned increase on parliamentary constituencies.
Good afternoon.
Nini Douglas Muni, Chuampala Chingola. The book often at Felix by legislature. Communication our government, Lungu, that this should come to the end. What did he mean? Muchungu was saying when the going get stuff, the staff gets going, which means it's high time our Zambians we came on table and to discuss the way forward. We cannot afford losing politicians because of negligence of the government or by the other means of the government. Extrajudicial killing should come to an end. Apart to tribalism, apart to the extrajudicial killing, the government should apologize henceforth. I thank you.
Thank you very much for coming through. Of Zambia, Nupez has called on government to look into the mushrooming of private schools in the country, which are unable to provide decent wages for their teachers. And Nupez has lamented that owners of private schools do not entertain the idea of unionizing their teachers to the extent that any employees seem to be pushing the unionization is threatened with dismissal. 0955-855-953. I'm sounding rusty. I've not done this in a while. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Mkwaito wabomba nwanturenda na bena.
Wa danika wa mana kuruwansa wa yovini wala kuwe statement ya enda tiyo wabile ata project wa HH kushala mandu kwa wali kama ine bunje dapa sana ushi ama statement ya msanga right ema statement ya suma sana so we ngabena kishe kuveshi pale kwa kama project ni sawa clearosha kuntu wanda unashuya miyani kozi statement ya bata wanda Kevin wala kuwe kai wenye sana mama so bali bitabe preparation mpa nje so therefore ikyo ngomzanya mtwakanya hapo look this no projet chirilo chikote muzanya solution to opposition and if kote vile kale kote kwa manga kwa Zambia ila kwa time
Very much for coming through. Have you noticed that a lot of people are condemning violence? And it's a good thing to hear a lot of people condemning violence. We love our peace as a country. Messages, stories?
Yes, we do have
You
messages.
clear your throats. You sound like...
we would just like to give at least a sentiment to everyone sending messages. At least summarize what you want to say. We shouldn't have... No. We shouldn't have like lengthy messages. We're also cutting time for the callers. So please make sure that you summarize as well. Good afternoon, Sun FM. My PR is coming from FAS, where President Keith Mwemba with the meeting of FIFA president. I support that they like misusing FIFA fundings, and I hope Mr. Mwemba is not going to do the same as the previous FAS administration. Happy Mwanza, Power Dynamos fan in Twapia. Good afternoon, Madam Coco and Mr. Mwanza. Though it has been a long time, I missed you, Mr. Mwanza. Welcome back. My press review comes from yesterday's Daily Nation paper, where I read about the Archbishop Banda preaching against injustice. His Grace Archbishop Dr. Alec Banda has called on Zambians not to stay neutral in the face of injustice and persecution, stating that unity in diversity is a key principle of both society and Christian faith. Indeed, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, and I guess the only time most people think about injustice is when it happens to them. Therefore, despite his trying moment, let us stand together and the country under the obligateness of one Zambia, one nation. Good day, Coco, and thank you for allowing my concerns to be heard. Mr. Good afternoon, Zambia. Advocate Marlon C. in Chililabombwe. Good afternoon, Madam Coco and Mr. Mwanza. My press review comes from today's Let the People Talk at Phoenix Radio, where they hosted Nkana Member of Parliament Binwo Chansampundu. He was aware they articulating about the effects of Bill 7 constituency delimitations and the reasons why he sounded disrespectful in Parliament. Sir, you stated that very well today, but as a leader, you have to be above reproach no matter how provoked you are. And as for you, all the lawmakers, please debate about the real issue affecting the less privileged ones, for we sent you in Parliament to represent us and not divide our country based on tribes, religions, and political affiliations. Secondly, constituency delimitations where representation of youths and the disabled in Parliament will not even be a help to us as long as we still have leaders who are selfish and naive. Therefore, we are to be reminded that there's a certain decision one's making in their life that will eventually come and haunt him or her in the near future like a fugitive. You are the ones to wake up people to research yourselves. God bless our country, Zambia. I'm Chungu, the multitude of the people in Chililabombwe.
0955-855-953 is the number that you're calling us on. Where we lost you, you can call us back. Now, in some more stories, Health Minister Dr. Elijah Mchima has commissioned a state-of-the-art pressure swing absorption PSA oxygen plant at Kabwe Central Hospital. Mchima says that facility marks a significant milestone in ongoing effort to ensure healthcare delivery and ensure the well-being of citizens. 0955-855-953. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Victor Nabakoko Mabombe.
Mkwai twabomba bana bongani mwaise kumulabasa wenu nga bakonkanya po mkwai
Na totera mkwaye inena lasenda po na chumfol chero kusana FM pa 0645 ati batata batadisa omwana wa 11 years katushinga balichita share ku bedroom nshishibe nomba ine ndada bamwe bantu bakwalisa ero sine fisa tenga fyayamba kwa chichimu kwa shife chaima sinele bale umfate bana ubabeka ni last week pa Friday twamfira pepene pasani na futhi bayikata start esiraba mayo kuluvuto balanda tukusifutura sie ifira fina bashikatombe balanda ti machine gani lindi bayifutura ko mwe bantu bakwalesa abana bali abetu ero tuleta advocate ngachayisa tuleta landa poloti ngachakolo twalanda twaleka we continue kulata them ababantu ukutira isita chawa alabale bakakisho bale bakaka ngomlanda bana mapalo bale bakaka nokubaputula twatotera ba Victor.
Thank you very much for coming through. 0955-855-953 is the number that you're calling us on. 0769122851 is the number that you're sending us your text messages on. Kindly go ahead with your stories, Coco.
Good afternoon, Coco and Victor. Moses from Chililabomboy. My PR is on what I heard on Sun FM front page today. UPND Deputy Secretary said they would rather spend money on other things than complete the House of Prayers. We saw how they removed the Ministry of Religious Affairs. That meant that they are not interested in prayers, so they can't complete it. Finally, on the same front page, FRA said we will use mobile money to pay farmers. Let them judge why they rush to amend the constitution, where there are a lot of significant and most vital issues pertaining to national development, like power blackouts, lack of essential drugs, as funds can be used to cushion the skyrocketing costs of living. I am Brian Chama from Dola. Good afternoon, Victor and Coco. My PR comes from the viral story of HH to apologize to the nation for the death of ECL. My contribution is that they are an active opposition leader. Please, politics is a dirty game, so HH should not apologize because nothing went wrong. I'm Vawalia from Dola Twapia. Good afternoon, Sun FM. My PR is coming from Millennium Radio News, where I heard that the gaining of the kwacha is temporal unless government puts some permanent measures to make it very effective, such as establishing new companies and industries. That is very Chileche from Dola.
Water Development and Sanitation Minister Collins Nzovu has announced the appointment of a new board of directors for the Water Resource Management Authority, WAMA, to be headed by Dr. John Kunda as chairperson. 0955-855-955.
Abantu ba Kelvin Kafta nona Deno Kafta nchingora.
Ngaba konkanya pumkwa ba Kafta.
Emkwa kwena nendera ndokuli ba Kelvin Fuve. Yo balandiro kweba tiba president Tirema balti apologize. Wena mama politician mwirale cha difurunganya mucharo hao. Aturefa ekyongo muno mucharo hao. Lekeni bakateka tubashike bwino kuchira iso mulera ndetse akucha apologize. Apo tapane ti apologize hao. Apologize yanchi. Bena bakiye buni tabalo mbere apologize kuri baitire maira ba mu opposition. Bali bachusha sana tabalo mbere ku apologize. Ufana okubepaya nomba apologize yanchi.
Thank you very much for coming through. Remember, give us your press review and where you heard it. You're calling us on 0955-855-953. We do have 10 minutes of our time on this platform. And more stories, Coco?
All right, as we continue, we do have messages that are coming in, and it is about Mr. HH apologizing. To apologize to the late or to who? People dead is dead. Let us rub off everything which was wrong. The Bible says a child, if does not keep a record of wrong, thanks. I'm Emmanuel within Mapalo.
0955-855-953. Well, we lost you. You can call us back. Economic Forum leader, Winter Kabimba, says he never thought President Hakainde Hichilema would turn out to be a good leader, collected and calm in many situations, including handling former President Edgar Lungu's funeral. And Kabimba says Lungu's character is being misrepresented by individuals. 0955 953 076 9122 851.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Madam Coco.
How are you? What is your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm okay. Toronto Piri Perwan Shop.
Mr. Perry, please reduce the volume on your radio or TV set.
Welcome. Basically, and ni motivating kwa yaba Kelvin kwa dafuve. Ni bari akatili plastic apologize. Mwana mbifa pangire bakateka because bakateka na vena bali mukulira bali mukiri once bali rosh. Nafiyo that tofoka na Kelvin kwa dafuve kwa titiyo chaenda bona chaenda omutende. Andi na bakateka bafiye basangwa ko issue pass match government yari sorting ama issue na bari sorting yavine bari for 50 but wala konka but wakukola sana mukuloti imoto libonza.
Thank you very much for coming through. 0955 855 953. It's 1353 on Sun FM Radio and TV. Wherever you're listening to us along the line of rail, you're catching us on our frequencies. And boy, if you're watching us live on Topsis Channel 91, we appreciate you. Also, you can listen to us via the DSTV bouquet. That's on channel 916 and GoTV 302. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Who do we have on the line?
Yes, I'm Simtoke from Chifobo.
Can you give us your real name and you go ahead with your...
Please cut him. We don't tolerate that.
Okay, so your real name is very important to us so that we get to know each other. Okay? Call us and give us your real name so that we get to know you and we address you by your real name. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mwawambasan Victor.
Mkwahitu hapo mbani tunaendana vena.
Zambia and Manchester City coach Kundora or Edwin.
Mr. Edwin, kindly go ahead, please.
Na senda poi ne arandire Kelvin for veiri kuma media consequence kuchimama kutirati yo HHH apologize yo kuma Zambians na ku family yawe etikalo. My brother, it's a chirifevwin. Nomba ngakati tuloleshe. Apologize yaringiro kuba pale pene ilo balungu baruka bakateka ukesa bakateka nomba itinale kuchita awa unjerereko then ngacha iswire inshira very easy umunabona ena kuchita apologize na mali benja ngata yaliko so te chisuma ukulemene na one side kulanda ti umwachita apologize why umunankweta chitira apologize so yoye na mwebe na Zambia muleba fair bwino kulikulilungu panoli no itanga mulela ndacha olo Ilungu ati kuri HH ngali fidile pale ngamulela ndachani ngalungu ali kilo apologize let us be fair.
Coming through, and in more stories, United Kwacha Alliance UKA chairperson and senior lawyer Sakwivas Quarter has urged Zambians to honor the legacy of former President Edgar Lungu in totality, not just with polished tributes after his passing, but with truth, reflection, and humility about how he was treated in life. 0955 855 953. You have text messages there?
Yes, we do.
Kindly go ahead, please.
Afternoon. Chilongo in Masaiti.
0955 855 953.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Who's on the line with us?
This is Misha calling you from Mundora, Mshirikan to be specific.
Oh, please go ahead.
Thank you. The fundamental of the year and the Bafuwadia, Yako, the president from Bowell. Bafuwa, the body and the woman, madam. Idia broke the door, most of it. Yava for president. I had a moment more who you are for president. A president like getting off with the president. Number Kamland wants most my work with the right. Ukuta broku mota no kuta negotiate abareta de kabata estapo broku mota ke yaba eke baka monista so for my job state what go to mutimo usuma this is why bambe balenjo for the bata project because ngalibaria nga baalifiire parapeni omubafamutuzi w'omutu n'okuma baalifiire okusabe mamunate olutendendeko nenakyunfa kumera enyamu yaba human rights reportua adabai bakwata imirani
.53 0955-855-953 is the number that you're calling us on. And well, do remember that you're only allocated a minute of your time to give us your press review. Text messages, Coco, or perhaps stories.
Right. Hi, Sun FM Radio and TV. My PR this afternoon comes from what I heard on the station's front tabloids, where FRA is to propose to pay farmers using mobile money. My take is that our hard-working farmers will once more be subjected to inconsistencies, which are the $1. You only apologize for leaving or having done something wrong. Mr. Fube should remain or refrain from saying that HH has done nothing wrong to apologize. Kawana Bellington from Dola.
We get to squeeze in a caller and we wrap it up for today's edition of your press review. Good afternoon.